Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of What's Happening on Saugus TV. I'm Brian Nadeau, the Executive Director of Saugus TV and the host of the program. We once again start our show with Production Manager Michelle Fox, who tells us about the meeting she covered this past week. All yours, Michelle.
Thanks, Brian. I'm Michelle, the Production Manager. Budget season has arrived in Saugus, and last Monday, the Board of Selectmen met with Town Manager Scott Crabtree in the Town Hall Conference Room to discuss just that. He presented the board with his FY24 budget proposal, and they voted to approve it and move it forward to the Finance Committee for review. Finance Committee will begin meeting next Wednesday, March 15th. The school committee also met last week for their monthly meeting. Interim Superintendent Mike Hashem gave updates on the district regarding safety and curriculums. The board voted on a few agenda items such as a change to the school calendar and school choice. You can watch both of those meetings on Channel 9 or anytime on Vimeo. That's it for me. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Michelle. Sports producer Anthony Michella and member volunteer Nick Raffio traveled out of town and out of state to cover 2 tournament games for Saugus. That on top of a planning board meeting and a couple of winter highlight packages. A lot of ground was covered last week, and both Anthony and Nick join us now with all the details. Guys?
What's up, Saugus? Sports producer Anthony Michella here with the one and only Nick Raffio, and we are back with our final winter sports update. Well, unfortunately, due to the power rankings, we didn't have any home tournaments. So we hit the road to cover both of these games on the same day in vastly different locations. First up, we blasted down to Archbishop Williams High School in Braintree, an absolutely tiny gym with barely any wiggle room. Nick, tell us a little bit about that.
The gym was very small. I had to commentate the game in between all of the parents to get a good view of the gym in very limited space. But unfortunately, this season's girls' basketball season came to an end. Great season to the girls and Coach Mark and his assistants, but it wasn't the end of the season we wanted to go.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game, and the girls played at their highest level. They just ran out of time. Congrats on an awesome season, girls. Then, we literally flew to Seekonk to catch up with Binna, who was there waiting for us all set up. We arrived just as the national anthem was playing, very fitting, and we were ready to go. It was another hard-fought game where we just ran out of time again. Nick, what's your thoughts on that one?
I was joined with Anthony and Benna on color announcing duties, but unfortunately, the boys' season did end this season on the same day. Hats off to the coaches, captains, seniors, and players on a great season.
That's right. Congrats to the boys as well. So stay tuned as I'll be in the archives doing the highlights for both our basketball teams in the coming weeks. And speaking of highlights, I have already completed both of our co-ops highlight packages. First up was the wrestling team, who had an amazing season and placed in the All-States for the first time. Congrats to that squad for sure. I also was able to do a hockey highlight package. Now this was our first year as a hockey co-op. And despite the losing record, these boys gave us some pretty memorable moments. So be sure to check those both out and share them everywhere. And even with all this sports action, I was able to film a planning board meeting with our intern Paul. Now they discussed some ongoing construction and we received some updates on some as well. Now that's airing on our government channel, Channel 9, and it is on Vimeo, ready to watch right now. Now you can catch all of these sports games and replays on Channel 22 throughout the day, and all of the past games from this season 24/7 on YouTube. That's it from Saugus Sports, Winter Sports Editions. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks, guys. Program Manager Rachel Bregman is off today, so I will bring you an abbreviated schedule for this week, starting with those 2 tournament basketball games. The girls' basketball game versus Archbishop will air Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. on Channel 22. Then, right after that game, at 8:30 p.m. will be the boys' basketball game versus Seekonk. Then Wednesday, tune into Channel 9 at 8:30 p.m. for the March 6th Board of Health meeting. For those waiting on those dispensaries to come to town, we will be airing the 1936 propaganda film Reefer Madness on Channel 8 Thursday at 10 p.m. Then Friday at 6:30 on Channel 9, watch the Board of Selectmen meeting that was held in the downstairs meeting room on February 27th. For full weekly program schedules for all 3 of Saugus TV's channels, please head to saugustv.org. And that'll do it for this episode of What's Happening. Remember, if you like what you see here and would like to get involved with Saugus TV in any way, including producing your own show or podcast, or helping us out on any of our productions, please give us a call at 781-231-2883 or email us at info@saugustv.org. Have a good week, Saugus. Thanks for watching.